Evening folks, just a little catch up. So things are going for yourselves and what you've been up to, what you've been watching and what have you come across this week. Hello Gina, Emma. Hi Thomas, how's your team getting on? A good week last week. Interesting as well, yeah. Hi Janice. How are you, me witch? It's been a while, it's been a few weeks now, hasn't it? So, yeah, a little feedback from Falstaff on Stratford upon Avon. It was 0-0 half time, great. Yeah, Stratford upon Avon, if no one's been there, it's well worth a visit. Have a little walk around as well and get yourself round to the museum there at Falstaff, and also as well the Stratford upon Avon. It's a lovely little town that, but well recommend a visit there as well. Somebody just inboxing me there. Right, okay. So that was most enjoyable. A few things coming up soon as well. Get me diary in a minute. So came across some interesting stuff inside the museum again. So any questions? I need to go and get me diary. A sec. Been anywhere interesting yourself this week, Thomas? How was France? Hi Nicola, how's things? The development class I've got Thursday night. Anyone wants any information on that, just give us an inbox. Hi bud, just seeing if you want to come online there, you're more than welcome. How's things, Lottie? Have you seen anything, come across anything this week? Seen an interesting picture from Margam Castle. And where was the other one? The other interesting one was Winchester Hall, Winchester Mansion. So, oh yeah, you're right, Lottie.
Hello, you're right.
Yeah, how's things, matey?
Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah, you've been busy, been catching up with things.
I haven't actually, but I've been quite ill, so.
Not been too well.
Not too. No.
It's never good being ill. So just had an interesting few weeks and all that as well. I had a nice time off the last 4 weeks, so just enjoying it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's been the holidays, isn't it?
But the holidays, yeah, it is. Yeah, another couple of weeks yet. But sound's breaking up. I'll just turn it up. It is on full anyway. So I've got a development class this Thursday night, I was just saying, and I'm going over to Bodling Hall on Friday night, so I'm going to have a little mini invest round there with some friends of mine and catch up with a few people. So that'll be interesting. I'm drawn to that already. So as again,
Is that the one you sent me?
yeah, just the pictures of the hall. So picking up on stuff there. Hi, Alison. Hi, Jay, Darren. Hello, everyone that's tuning in. Shelley, coming in September, I've got a charity night at Northwich Plaza. I think there's still tickets available. That again's for the Alzheimer's charity. So there'll be more information on that as well. So be looking forward to that. So how's the spirits been with you? Have you been pestered lately?
Do you know, I've had loads of crazy things. Like the dog just died,
Yeah.
so I've smelt the dog. I've had the dog with me, which is really crazy. But I've seen, which is really weird. I've never seen it before. Like little black lights. Well, not even a light, like a little black thing in the corner
Right.
of the room.
Is it more of a haze?
It's,
Was it more of a haze?
it just looks like, honestly, if I don't look at it, it looks like I could put my arm in there.
Right.
It's like a hole.
Right.
It's quite strange.
Sounds bizarre. Needs a little bit more investigating.
It keeps following me around wherever I go, but I sit here and it's like crops up over there. I don't know what it is.
Well, usually comes around a bit more stronger, and then we'll deal with it and sort out what it is. I've had a few interesting house clearances the last few months, and how things have tied up there as well. So it's strange how things go on in and around mediums and that as well, especially in your own environment, and just got to keep on top of it as well.
Yeah, it's a bit. I had a reading the other day, and I feel like there's two. I feel like I've got two. I want to call them characters rather than anything. They're characters. One's a man and one's a young boy, and one's got a walking stick. And I don't know whether they're together, whether they came together, or whether they're together now. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I don't know what they want, because they kind of come in and then they won't let me kind of
communicate with them.
Yeah, it's weird, very strange.
Well, ask them when one steps in, just say, if you're in and around my vicinity, you need to work with me. If not, don't come in. So be in control of it in your own environment.
Well, I've got some bookings coming up, so they could be for people.
Yeah,
they
could be waiting for friends, family, and loved ones of the people that's coming in to see you as well. You do get that as well, and you'll be surprised how it ties in with that as well.
Yeah.
But keep an eye out on that. The darker colour in the corner. It's usually a lower energy when it's showing as darker.
It's like honestly, it's like a hole.
Yeah.
And every time I look at it, it goes like not there, but in the corner of my eye, it's like a hole, and it's just hovering, like very strange.
Yeah, I feel I've got somebody behind me at the moment, very dark-eyed gentleman as well. So I'll move him on in a little bit as well. Had an interesting visit to Carnarvon Castle last week on a live. Done about an hour's walk around there, especially where Prince Philip got crowned Prince of Wales. So I was picking up on a hell of a lot there as well. So wouldn't surprise me if I've got energies and entities from there to sort out, which will be outside, but they'll come in now the next few days, I suppose.
So when they follow you, that's the
yeah.
That's the
All right, sorry about. I'm just reading the comment there. Yeah, I haven't come on to do readings at the moment. Just been really busy and just catching up with everything. Hi, Jennifer. Thanks for all your feedback and your interaction as well, and thanks for everybody else for the interaction from East Drive the other week. Can I video call you? Well, we'll see what we can do. We can do a random one. So yeah, just keep an eye on that energy in the corner, Lottie.
I will do.
So definitely had some characters coming along from North Wales when I was out there as well.
Did I give you the drawings for the house?
Which house? East Drive?
East Drive?
No.
I'll send them over. I'll send them over in a little while.
Excellent, and then I'll
I've
share them on the page.
Hi, Julie.
Well, I think there was over. I think there was well over 30 odd thousand interactions for the month in and around the videos for East Drive, and about 12,000 communications from it. You know, the interaction over the 48-hour lockdown. The second night, we're going back there in January, so I'll have things to finish off around about that time as well.
Yeah.
So looking forward to that. Looking forward to see the pictures as well, because we had quite a few strange things going on there as well at East Drive.
I didn't just get people, because I got an old man,
yeah,
and I got a couple of others, but I got like items, like quite a few items all on one page, like I did before that last time with the poison and that.
Yeah.
So I got
Oh, the poison. Where was the poison one from? Was that East Drive?
No, that was the live I done with you before.
All right.
On the hub. I done the hub.
And the which one, Lottie?
The one before East Drive. The one. Where was it? It's in a really old place, like a museum, maybe.
I'll just backtrack on that. I'll have a little look.
It had cells in it.
Oh yeah, Derby Jail.
That's the one.
Yeah, I went back there the other week. It was interesting. It was nice to see Richard there as well, and I seen Ash the week before, the gentleman that runs the place as well. And Derby Jail is quite interesting. Had quite a lot of temperature changes as well in Derby Jail, and definitely a lot of characters. As soon as it went live, on the doorway, you could see the character there waiting for us. He was a gentleman that was waiting to take people and prisoners up to the hanging Vernon Gate round the corner. Excuse me. So that was interesting, and he stayed there for a while and got people to screenshot that as well. So Derby Jail, look forward to going back there. And I've had an inbox for looking and doing a closer event in and around Derby and Stoke area. So we're looking at doing another night where we can just go out quite randomly and just do things on the spot as well. So looking forward to that, but hopefully we can get a special guest coming along for that one as well. So fingers crossed for that.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, fingers crossed. So hi Julie, Charlotte. So any questions for Lottie, anyone? As I say, it'd be interesting if we lived closer, we could get out and about a bit more as well and do a few more investigations.
You have to let me know after September.
Yeah.
Because I'm going on holiday.
Right.
You have to let me know after September, then I can book like a weekend and get my mum and dad to look after my son.
Yeah, sure.
And I can come up.
Yeah, we'll sort something out and get some investigations and see if we get you along as well on some of the places as well as a guest, and just see what we pick up. But if you can jot down any of them pictures for 30 East Drive, that'd be great. I mean, the time flies. I mean, when you're doing stuff and interacting with stuff and that, and you're engaging with people, like Saturday night at in Stratford upon Avon was, I think we got in there about 10 o'clock. It was about 11 o'clock before we really got set up, and then the next thing we knew, it was like 5:45 in the morning. So I think I got about 5 hours kip Sunday. So just catching back up from that as well at the weekend now. And it's just amazing how the week goes then, because you're into the week already. You're like, it's Wednesday tomorrow, so you're flying through the weeks as well as you're getting on through the stuff as well. You know, looking forward to more investigations.
The summer holidays, they go so quick, don't they?
Yeah, they do. Well, it does, and shame that the nights are drawing in, but it's good on another way as well. So it's been certainly nice getting out and about and getting to different places. I have had a few things from Carnarvon Castle, but I can't really say what that was about. But I know my heart was beating like mad when I was actually in a certain spot, which was quite significant. So I do think this thing's going to follow from that in a few weeks' time and all that as well. So we'll see what comes around. I've told a few people, but I wouldn't do that on a live stream anyway.
No.
So yeah, so we look good to get some pictures together, and I'd like to do the artist drawing as well. That's something I'd like to develop on as well.
I just let my hand go. That's all I can say is I'll just
Yeah.
let my hand go.
Yeah.
It's like someone else comes in and does it.
Yeah, well, we had when we done the automatic writing in the Stratford upon Avon in the attic on Saturday night. I think we got through 17 pages of interaction with Eleanor.
Oh, Shell, that would be lovely. And Jane, I've not got my glasses on.
Yeah, get lots of activity in my daughter's old cottage in Cornwall. That's great. I've been down a few times down that neck of the woods as well, and been down to Mousel and Lou and all that. I was talking about the Jamaica Inn and talking about Bodmin as well. So there is stuff to do down south that way, but I know it's a long journey. Somebody's asked me to go up to a castle. I think it was Gillingham Castle, but I think that's way past up Jedburgh and past Newcastle. So again, that's like a 9-hour round trip, even just to get these things in.
Yeah.
So Cornwall, certainly love it down there. Amazing energies.
My favourite place.
Is it?
Yeah, I love it. I love Devon, Cornwall and Glastonbury. So
Yeah.
I really want to live there.
Spent a lot of time in Newquay and Torquay as a youngster, but we certainly travelled down there a few times, the old camping and that's certainly great times. But we'll see where we're going. Been to both Bodmin and Jamaica Inn, yeah. And certainly be nice just to go to the hotel, and place I really got to get to this year is York, so I need to sort a night or two out to stay over in York.
I don't know whether this is for Jane, but there is a man with a cap on and he's got something to do with horses.
It's side on as well, the cap, isn't it?
Yeah, it's I'm on the side there.
Yeah. Can you take that gentleman, Jane? Lottie's giving you a gentleman with a cap on, wearing it to the side, something in and around horses. Come to Canada yet?
I'd love that.
Yeah, sort it out for us, Jen. Yeah, she does have horses as well. Jane has horses.
There's a man and he's don't know whether he's chewing straw or chewing tobacco, one or the other.
I can see him as both, to be honest with you.
Hi, Kaz.
I think he's a stroller as well. Very take his time, wouldn't rush, would just take his time from A to B. He had his own pace, I find, with the gentleman as well. Hiya, Lauren. Hiya, Kaz.
I'd call him a bit of a wanderer, like he knew he's quite been and done a lot of things, sort of thing. If you had something you needed, he would be there to.
He'd be the man in the know as well.
He's a farmer.
Yeah, he's
okay,
a farmer.
that's...
Farmer Giles. No, I'm only joking. Had a lot of keys as well. Had a lot of lockups. Had a lot of either. I don't mean like an half a daily, but he'd have stuff stored in a nice way that he something to fall back onto, a plan B. If farming was a bit tight, he could go and put his hands on things, and possibly a few old.
You saying that, he's just given me a box, so he's given me a wooden box.
Okay, so I'm drawn to one very collectible car as well, with that gentleman as well. Now, he's not giving me his name, which I don't mind, but I think there was something quite priceless there as well, which was possibly sold after his passing as well, but it's pride and joy, I would say. That's a
There you
lot
go,
of old
Gary.
buildings, farms, and tools and tractors. Okay. He's shown me a togetherness as well. So he is with a partner there as well in spirit. And it's a massive bond as well for him as well, Jane. So that's what it's like just sometimes when you start opening up with the link. It just does start flowing in. Jennifer's saying, do you see blue paint on this, Jane, on the boat? Yeah, but it'd be nice to get over to Canada. I have been invited. Friend lives in Canada on one of the lakes as well. He stayed over here last October. We had a school reunion, so I was asked to go over to Canada there as well. So it would be nice to get that neck of the woods. It was his tractor. It was priceless. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, there's a togetherness there, Jane, with him as well. So I feel he's with that special person as well in spirit as well. Evening, Paul. So he's telling me about Tweedledum and Tweedledee. That's just virtually go hand in hand together. So well done, Lottie. Started that off.
Thanks.
So yeah, the lovely Reiki treatment as well. Been doing some Reiki treatment as well. That's always special, and had some special visitors on my last development class. So I'm waiting on a few amazing spiritual energies to come through as well on Thursday night. Yeah, he was a real character, Jane. You got anything else to add on there for Jane? I just start talking, Lottie, and I don't mean to.
I don't know what I'm picking up. I don't know what I'm picking up. I don't know whether this is for somebody else.
Okay. Just give what you
But there's a man and he's pointing at, I think it's a different man, and he's pointing at his throat. But he's around the same age as, so he would be someone's granddad or somebody's dad, and he's pointing at his throat. And there's a letter C. C.
I know who this is that's affecting me. This is one of my uncles that's affecting me.
Would this be for you?
It could possibly be. I know that I can take a gentleman with the throat and that.
Okay, this is probably for you then.
Hiya, Tony. Anything for Lauren Bland? Yeah, I do see new jewellery for you, Lauren. I don't know whether it's a wrist bracelet or a new watch, but there is a new thing on your wrist waiting to be presented for you or given to you. So possibly initialed as well or left for you, but there's something special about something for the wrist for you, Lauren.
I don't know whether this woman's for Lauren as well. She's white head and she's saying not just yet.
Okay, but it's being put into place for it, isn't it?
This isn't about jewellery. She's
right.
Not just yet.
Okay. See where we go, Jodie. Hi, Shell.
Oh, I love Jodie.
I'm drawn back again to Jane with the farmer. I don't know whether he was very good with wood or making sculptures or penknife and making little objects with wood as well.
I got a key on my wrist. I'm in hospital. Oh, Lauren.
Oh, bless you, darling. And get well soon and send you some healing out.
Definitely.
So hopefully you get a nice energy boost and a bit of a pick-me-up energy-wise as well.
Bye, Teresa.
So, is there any interesting place that you'd like to see me go to, Lottie?
Do you know my favourite places? And it's going to sound really morbid, but any sort of old derelict prisons.
Yeah.
Because they have the best activity, and also they have the most random stories that you couldn't make up, and they're always they're always noted down somewhere. So if you go in there knowing nothing and come out, and you're, you know, more than likely to be able to get your, the story that you've heard that night.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna know that what you're talking about.
Well, I'm at Shepton Mallet Prison with Ghost Seekers Wales on the 21st of September. So hopefully get a bit of a live feed going there and a walk around or something. Yeah. So that's the 21st of September. I think there is tickets available there as well. And the week before, on the 15th, I'm in Skerridin again. So hopefully go down and see my good friend Judge Jeffries and see what he pops in and around with. But it's always good at the Skerridin. So a few great places coming up in September.
September's a good month. It's my birthday.
Say that again, Lottie.
So September's the best month. It's my birthday.
So same as me. Put you on the spot now. So anyone got any questions for Lottie or myself? It doesn't matter. Yeah, it's just nice to get out and about there, Jodie, and do what you're doing and just getting on with it. It takes a bit of getting used to holding a camera and going around as well. But it's just interacting. If people have got spare 10 minutes or 20 minutes, you can watch what people are up to and see what's going on around. Yeah, spot on there for me. Mine's the 5th September.
Oh, mine's the 30th.
So what star signs that take you into?
Libra.
Right, okay.
Completely unbalanced.
No comment on a live, Lottie. I'm not saying nothing. Yeah, I heard Shepton Mallet's prison is amazing. Judge Jeffries, he was infatuous for sending everyone that he trialed to be hung. Yes, I've had him loads of times. He's a bit of pops up quite a lot of places I go to. At least St George's Hall in Liverpool, in the chambers and the back rooms there. Walton Hall, Stanley Palace, Skerridin. Plasteg as well. Been asked to do that as well. Get down to Plasteg as well in North Wales. That's an amazing building. You're the big 50th, Jane. So again, 11th of September. Yeah, it's not a bad month really. It was nice to be the oldest when we was in school. Rather have been the oldest than the youngest.
I was always the oldest.
So again, yeah, Shepton Mallet's prison. Be looking forward to that. I have come across the craze before when I've been in London a few times. I've also had the craze in a hotel over the road in Stoke-on-Trent. There's a big hotel over the road in Stoke-on-Trent, and they would have actually come and collected monies or sorted that out when they're visited by train as well. So I have had them in and around the northwest as well. Cool. So has anyone got any questions? So I will be doing a prison again. Look forward to that. I had some amazing video footage when we went day in a prison, and it wouldn't upload when we were trying to share it. And we had about maybe 8 or 9 different recordings, and not one of them would upload, which was meant to be.
Yeah.
But when you're actually there on the night and you've got certain amounts of evidence, it's not, I suppose it's not meant to be shared. That's it.
No, sometimes they don't want you to, do they? And they will do anything and everything to stop you.
They certainly do.
How do you start on your path, Lottie? On your spiritual path, I'd say a lot of meditation and a bit of cleaning up, to be honest, because we're all a bit different. If you want to inbox me if you need some help, I can always give you a hand.
Yeah, certainly I find everyone has got the gift as a medium, but meditation is the link to the key to the other side and the other realm. I've seen some amazing mediums work, and a lot of their time is spent meditating in different frequencies as well. Some mediums prefer different types of meditation, but the link to the key is being in the zone. So whatever best way works for you getting in the zone, it's the best way. Some people can just sit in a chair and switch off. Some people can lie down. Some people can be in a busy environment and have it. I had a lot of deja vu with people passing before they passed. So I'd like a frozen time, and then within a few weeks, people had passed. So I was getting a lot of stuff like that as well over the times and over the years, and working out what was going on, which is quite scary. It's very scary, especially when it's people you work with and people that's alongside you, family members and stuff like that. So it was that has died off a little bit now, but I feel like that's the energy getting used to them being prepared or waiting to be collected from the other side as well. So I was in and around certain energies like that as well. So we all develop in different ways. So there's no right way and no wrong way.
No, there's never a wrong way, is there?
Yeah,
Always your way.
we'll try and sort that out, Jodie. Try and sort out an invest. Drakelow Tunnels is amazing. I actually had on there, Paul, in Drakelow Tunnels. It was with Pitch Black Investigations, and somebody was taking photographs. And as they put their phone down, they knocked it onto video record. And we had the echo box out and all that, the sound, the box out and that, the SB11 box and all that. And you could hear gunshots and fighting, and on certain pages that I've got of pictures, it was like two boxes down there from the wartime, and you can see all the blooded nose, and you could see all the extended swelling on the nose and the facial features where they've been fighting as well. But that was amazing, Drakelow Tunnels, and I walked about 30, 40 foot back into Drakelow with a member of the public and walked forward towards the public themselves. And we had a time lapse change where they could see the clothes of the lady next to me that I was walking up with, and I was changing my clothes and my features as I was walking towards them. So I had some amazing energies from Drakelow Tunnels. Just going back on that one now.
It's like that round here where this used to be an army barracks.
I've done the one in Portsmouth with Brian Shepherd. I've done I can never remember the name of it, and that was quite interesting. Quite similar to what you had when you was younger. Yeah, mine always seemed to be, Jade, about 2 weeks before that happened. Hello, Beck.
It's always about asking out as well, isn't it? So if you asked out and then whatever you get, so whatever image you get,
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, you'll witness it after.
What you've also got is, as you've got to take your thoughts out of things, and we only use 15% of our brain. The first response back that you get will be coming in through a certain area. Some people work from the mind's eye. Some people work above their ears. Some people get from the back of the head. So it can come in different ways and sections with what their response is as well. There's me White Witch joining on the bottom. Evening, Bex. Aye. So have you got any? Are you up to anything soon then, Lottie? Or
me? I've just got my readings and building my website and everything, and just getting that going. and started up properly.
Yeah,
Getting out there, I think, is the hardest thing.
we'll give your website
It's
a
all right.
shout out then.
Oh, it's lottiespiritreadings.co.uk, but it's still being built.
Good.
My old pa's doing it.
So,
Bless him.
so you can watch that over the next few weeks, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people pick up on smells and sensuate people, and some other mediums I know, they work with ladies to the left, gents to the right, and stuff like that as well. So you can get used to
I
people
do that.
coming in different directions and areas. So you've got all the Lottie's sites there. Website, if you need reading, give it a shout out.
Bye.
Hi, Leanne. So yeah, so some exciting places coming up in September as well, and I look forward to Bowling Hall on Friday night. I'll do a little live around there, and then if you're up and around lots, I'll bring it on camera and then see what you pick up, any characters on Spirit.
Yes, please. You know I love it.
Yeah, it's just great. It's going to places that you've not been, and even going back to places that you have visited, like I have done this week. I was called back to Carnarvon Castle. Something will tie in with that over the next few weeks. I gave stuff and it come around and about from about a month ago, and that come around about a week or so ago, which wasn't a nice thing that came about, but that was my gut intuition, and uh, I'll give that to certain people in a nice way of I'll expect this to happen, and it's hard sometimes. Hello, Sarah. Long time no speak. You keep going in your own little bubble, my darling. Don't see you from week to week, month to month, and then year to year. Been some amazing places, been to some amazing castles, me and Sarah. Hi, Linda. And we've picked up on some amazing energies as well.
We've got an amazing castle in Dover,
Yeah.
and it's just they charge too much to go round there. It's like £80 for the night.
How much?
£80.
Is that Leeds Castle?
It's crazy. No, that's Dover Castle.
Right, okay. Leeds Castle there as well?
Leeds Castle is just up the road from me, really.
Yeah, that's an amazing place. So watched
It's an amazing
I
place.
watched the program on that on Netflix, and I don't like catching up with history and stuff and this, that, and the other. I like going in raw to places, and I just like going underground and seeing the chambers and the runoff places they have. As especially, I think the one I'd like to get in is Windsor Castle.
Yeah, that'd be amazing, wouldn't it?
Yeah, you know, like during the Blitz and the war, that you think of the Queen and her family would have stayed in the cells underneath, and to think that they'd encapsulated themselves in their own jails to stay safe is,
Yeah.
you know, a lot of people wouldn't know things like that. You know, I've only seen little clippets and snippets on their castle programs and just stuff like that. But imagine them coming alive and giving you information.
So when you go to Leeds Castle, there's like part of it's not there, so the part of it's fallen down.
Yeah,
And I remember being really little and walking through it, and also almost like walking through the archway, and there was just grass and everything. But I looked up and I could see rooms, and that was quite scary. But it's good energy there
yeah.
at Leeds Castle.
Well, I've seen a few mad ones over the last few weeks while I've been off. Is the like great engineering places, and especially like what even Hitler built, and all in Czechoslovakia and Spain, and some buildings that are all derelict and all that now, and seeing stuff like that, I get drawn to them, and you're thinking, I can't just go and up sticks and get off to Poland, or I can't get off to
Yeah.
Czechoslovakia. You know, I've been to Czechoslovakia, and I just see some amazing places that I'd love to go and find out more about these places and locations. Yeah, Thomas came back from France.
Oh, you was down my neck of woods, were you?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, I was with Thomas last week in North Wales. I put his mate in trance. think I opened his eyes a little bit, but he was spot on with the information that he came out with and who he was with the character. But I think he enjoyed that, Thomas, didn't he? Lincoln Castle, yeah, some amazing places. Czechoslovakia. When I went to Czechoslovakia, went to Prague and going over the government buildings, and when you're coming back, the the bridges and all that, you can see it like occupied basically, and tanks going over it, and uh, the fortresses as well, all over these bridges as well. And even when I'm going through Belgium or Holland and Germany and just traveling, you just pick up on all the sentries. I had a bullet the other week from Flounders that was given to me from Ash from Derby Jail. Give me a bullet. I was picking up stuff from that as well, and he had all different objects from the war. And it's just the stuff that comes flooding through from that as well. It's just get bombarded.
Yeah, that's crazy. My dad's got a box that when his dad, that his dad gave to him, and it's got knives and all sorts in it. And you open it up, and it's just like a rush of just things go through your head. It's like you can put yourself there. It's crazy.
Yeah, and you can see it sometimes in your mind's eye if you close.
Yeah.
The just trying to think as well where we're going back to the. Oh, I cleaned the shed out today as I was pottering around, and I've got gas masks from the war that's been in my attic. So even in the past, the young child at that time in that period would have actually lived in my house, because that would have been that young child's gas mask, which was obviously really massive. So the child would fit inside the gas mask. And I've got all stuff like that as well. I've had blackout curtains and the old perfume bottles as well from the war. I've got one of them as well left over. So I feel that they're very part of the house. So I couldn't get rid of something like that, even though it doesn't mean much to me.
No.
I just feel that they need to tie in with the house as well. So
Sometimes it keeps peace as well, doesn't it?
some things are meant to stay.
Yeah.
Parkgate Inn, A20 towards Mainston. You remember being, was that at the castle, Sarah? We went to Shotwick Castle. That was one of my first full apparitions of seeing a knight with a lance and all the rigmarole of what they would wear. Shotwick Castle in North Wales and on the border of England. We've had some amazing stuff going on in the past, haven't we, Sarah? We'll have to pop around as well, have catch up. Is it possible for spirit of an animal to come back? Yeah, like at the start of the live feed, Lottie was mentioning your pet, wasn't you?
Yeah, Pups passed away this week, so it's really sad. But he's never been upstairs in the house because he's quite an old dog. And I was laying up in bed the other day and I could smell him. And I thought, oh, you stinky dog. But yeah, they do come back.
Yeah, they do. Sarah's a Reiki master as well. Yeah, I remember it well, Sarah. We've had some amazing evenings. Both had the same Reiki masters. Amazing people. I always say that changed my life, meeting me Reiki masters and understanding what the energy was and things are going on. But some of the stuff we've experienced has just been amazing. Joan of Arc came through one night and that just blew my mind away. You still hear your cat, Alan?
Oh, see, I'd take that, Helen, and that's her letting you know that she's there.
Thomas has been giving me all. He gave me some smellies. He gave me his Hugo Boss the other day. Thomas, he's like, yeah, keeps giving me all these stuff. Thomas, stop giving me stuff. Get me a nice watch from Gibraltar though, and I'll box it off.
And James said, do you think personal items, if they are relocated, the spirits go with them? I believe sometimes that spirit are connected to the item anyway. So it's like bringing a spirit into your house. If you like, I have lots of old stuff, and that is why I like it,
Yeah,
because
I do believe
normally
in
got a
the
link.
if you go to a charity shop and stuff like that, you can bring that person through within and around that object if they're on the other side as well, or you can connect and link in if they're on this plane as well. Who's own the stuff as well, because it's got their energies around it as well. So
I'll show you the corner. I'll show you the old chair in the corner of my room.
okay,
A minute.
I always
And
recommend
it's
people.
got an old lady in there.
Oh right, okay, sweet.
So that's my old lady chair.
But we've done an experiment in East Drive where I actually got members of the team to sit in the chair for 20 minutes, and they all had virtually two or three different experiences, but two or three of them had the same experience of that same person as well. So that was amazing to see that as well. And then people started trancing through, even doing automatic writing, open the link, and the spirit was trancing through as well.
I love automatic writing. It's one of my favourite things to do.
I know you're in your bubble, Sarah. I was thinking about you the other day. Hi, Joe. Hi, Soph. So, yeah, I've had some great stuff as well. You watched the East Drive. Yeah, had some amazing interaction there as well. And it was like one of the first to do a live feed in the day. So I set up about 2 o'clock in the afternoon at East
Yeah, it was
Drive. And
good.
that was great. I really enjoyed that, where there was nobody in. Everybody had gone out for something to eat. And I made sure I stayed in there as well. I think one lady stayed to catch up on a sleep upstairs, but the whole house was just to myself, basically. And the stuff that was coming through there spiritually to a medium. That was great. Eddie
Hi,
tried.
Si.
Any more questions?
We haven't really had any good questions. Like, not what I normally get, I don't think.
Okay. Yes, I did.
Not that they haven't been good questions.
Yeah, did enjoy the Chinese. I remember my phone was actually red hot. I had to turn my phone off at one point because we had it on charge for that long. Because the live feed drains it. So when you put a supply in to charge it up as you're on the live feed, the battery didn't know what was going on. It just virtually cooked the phone, basically. So
Yeah, they cut out, don't they?
right. No cards tonight. If I had one, you'd pull them. All right, okay, Sarah. So if I said to you now, Sarah, uh, I'll ask your team to give you a vision of a card for yourself. Uh, out the tarot cards, what vision would you get now, Sarah? Because I know you'll be given a card now, and hopefully I'm visualizing the chariot card for you at the minute. So let's see what you would have got back there yourself, Sarah, in and around on the right path, on the right track. Definitely are. Ask Spirit what they want us to know. That's always a way, as a lot of things can come in your sleep with that as well. Your team work with you at night as well. Yeah, my phone was burning up, Jennifer. Seven of Swords. What would you take the Seven of Swords as, Lottie? I see a lot of protection, uh, just to make sure that you don't shed tears anymore. Pick yourself up, get on with it, trying to put a spring in your step, moving you forwards. What would you see the Seven of Swords as?
I want to say that she's stepped over something, so she's made a step into the right direction, and I feel like the swords are definitely protection, but it's almost like there's something else coming, and she knows it.
Yeah, definitely. Timing's not far off right now
Yeah.
for Sarah. Never had any readings done, Jane. If anything comes in, I'll always let you know.
Sarah's got somebody on her shoulder that's always,
Ooh,
if you're down a lot, they're there because they want you happy. So that's what they're showing me.
Purple Crystal Cave. Cool. Strength to you as well, yeah. Oh, you're welcome, Sarah. Just keep plodding forward, Soph. Good evening, Melissa. Yeah, so
Hi, Melissa.
again, sometimes when I'm doing readings, as I'm talking to the person, I see the cards as if they're straight up in front of me. So it's like, don't need the cards. They'll just say, Gary, it's this card. They show me that card, and it's just like you visualize that coming in, and it comes in and around as well within the reading.
That's a good way to work.
I think Soph's asking you that question on that one. Your brother didn't know I was having problems with pregnancy and depth of my nan holding my baby.
I think that's dreamt of my nan holding
Yeah.
my baby.
Just in recognition, I'm getting drawn to, Soph. Your nan's
Yeah, I
recognition.
feel like maybe it's the time before, like something that's happened before.
Three of Swords for you, Sarah. I've drawn to the one where they're putting all the knives in the grave, where your wall's up. You've got to let your wall down quicker. Step over it, as mentioned about stepping over, but you're wasting your effort, time, and energy in the wrong direction. That again, the swords. You need to come away from it's the time to come away from the swords. It's the time now.
Paul Tubbs. On your left is a lady.
With
If you've been asking, if you've been having like spiritual connections yourself, it's something to do more with a guide than a family member, and there's somebody there that's like the way they always say we got a devil and an angel. You've got an angel on your shoulder.
who's that? Me or Paul?
No, this is for Paul Tubbs Turner.
Yeah.
You're covered in them, Gary. You're always covered in them.
I know that. I feel like I've actually got an Oriental gentleman with me as well at the moment. Very slanted, closed eyes, and I know my guide's quite of a similar shape, and his facial features are down. But yeah, it's always interesting when your guide comes in and around. Oh, should do a hunt down by the ocean and the beach. Quite interesting with that, Jennifer. We've done talking about it the other day. I've done stuff with the had stuff with the pirates come through at the Creep, which is underground tunnels and ammunition storage in the Wallasey area, North West Kirby area, and I've had quite a stuff down there at the beach as well.
That's one place I'd love to do. Is that Radio Caroline boat ship thing?
Yeah, is that docked up still out of the radio zone, or is it docked in harbour now, or
It's docked in Britain somewhere.
is it?
When I was about 3, 4, I went on there with my dad because it docked in Dover.
Yeah,
And I remember it. I can smell it and everything. And we was only talking about this the other day, but it's might be halfway between me and you. So, or it could be up north a little bit more. But I will find it.
cool. I remember listening to Radio Caroline as a youngster, and obviously going through the radio waves as a kid. The AM and the FM, and I do remember picking up on a few shows many moons back now. So can sort out.
Do you remember the guy that done the meditation?
Say again.
Do you remember the guy that done the meditation on there?
No, no, not that one. It was just pure music when I was a kid. Any spare time, Melissa? Yeah, I can try and sort something out. Come to Darkland. Where's that? Dark. Where did he do that? St. Ives.
Paul Turner, yeah, this is a guide for you. So this is it's an angel guide. So they're really trying to get your attention.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, can it always help with the spiritual path as well? Oh, Cornwall. Yeah, we've talked about Cornwall before. Um, Also, where was it? I'm drawn to that. And you remember when you mentioned the boats? I'm drawn to the one that's in dock in London and the one that's in Bristol.
Yeah.
Drawn to them as well. I think sometimes as well we go to buildings that got the old ships interior inside their wooden panels in buildings as well. That can be a little bit confusing when items
Yeah.
have come off ships and they've been decked out in like a Masonic hall or something, or a stately home. The wood off them gets quite confusing as well because you're getting an overlap of energies coming in.
There's a good place in Hastings with the boat. It's the boat dockyard, and you can go there on the old ships and stuff. And that energy is mind blowing.
Yeah,
Completely mind blowing.
I walked. Where was I the other day? I was an old gentleman walked past me, and I'm not usually open when I'm just like walking around the streets and that basically and chilling out. And I just got a lot of this gentleman's energy come through. And I was just like, I was dying to say something, but I couldn't. So it does get hard sometimes when somebody just like walk right through your aura as they've walked past you. I was in Landudno as well, and the old theatre there, that's gone now and been burnt down right by Landudno Pier. And somebody snapped my mate's bag. She had a bag on her shoulder, and they pulled it to say, come inside, come inside. Why are you walking past? We need you inside. And the theatre's not there. It's like a great big hole now in the ground right before the pier on the side by the Grand Hotel. And it gets a bit hard sometimes when you can't go and step over that because it's a dangerous place. It gets a bit hard sometimes.
Sometimes I don't see it any different, do they?
No,
They see it how it was.
your mind's on mute. Just ask for one at a time, Paul. Just ask your team to let one in at a time, and then you can deal with it that way. Or just say to your guide, slow them down. Just let me learn in my own pace, and your guide and your team will do that. Oh, the steps on Pool Park. Yeah, originally from the boat. Wow. But even the staircasing inside Pool Park, which is an overspill of Denbigh Asylum in North Wales. Uh, Somebody put a video on there the other day and I shared it, I think, on All Things Paranormal. The actual inside of the building now is virtually derelict. I just think it's an accident waiting to happen at Denbigh Asylum at the minute. You got to go now,
I get
Joe.
quite upset with.
Thanks for tuning in. So we just had a little bit of a catch up. That's what we've done, but we've done it on a live as well. So, but yeah, we'll catch up as well soon, Sarah. So, right, any more questions for Lottie? With Yeah, definitely. It has been too long. Do you get a lot of things with like the lady miscarriages being a female medium? Do you get a lot with the maternal side of a lady you do reading for lady and they've had miscarriages or youngsters losses? Do you get a lot of that?
I get a lot of children. I've got a lot of children in my house that have followed me home.
Yeah,
And there was a child in the house when I moved in. So a lot of children are, because I had a lot of problems trying to have my son. I was told I wouldn't have children, so I feel like children are quite drawn to me anyway.
yeah. But I was picking up with the children side of it. I just think sometimes as well, mediums get too used to dealing with that like type of energy and entity more because you've got a connection there that draws that in as well.
Yeah.
At certain periods as well, at the minute, I get drawn to a lot of things going, misdemeanors going on, and to get the bottom of, and I feel more of a detective sometimes as well with tying the things in with, like Saturday night, a lady defended herself from a gentleman back in the day that was uh, being boisterous with her or not being kind to her, and you just got to understand that these spirit energies want away from each other. They don't want to be around each other, so they'll come to
I
you.
also see the people that have abused, so I also get to see it. You know, I they're drawn to me too, which is sometimes not nice.
I feel as well they'll come forward even though that they're in the same building, but they don't want to be close to each other still in spirit if there's been a wrongdoing.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
and I feel like you do get pulled from one room to the other as well. Yeah, stay safe as well, Paul.
Bye, Paul.
What draws you
What
to
draws you?
certain people? A very interesting question, that, Melissa. Myself, if if possibly say I'm overtired or I've been really busy and I haven't had a lot of time to myself, if there's a negative person in and around, or say I'm in a shop or a petrol station or I'm in a queue, I will automatically get drawn away from that certain situation. So, say there's three queues, my team will put me in the furthest situation from something that might go on. You might get somebody on the phone arguing with the partner, but they'll be 2 aisles, 3 aisles away because if I'm tired, my team will take me away from certain situations as well to not be around that. So you're not bringing the kitchen sink in with you as well. So you're not bringing any negativity in. The guide and the team will push it away to certain situations as well. So with getting drawn to people, it's like the opposite way. If you're on speed and you're fully energized and you really got plenty of energy, you get drawn to loads more positive energies as well. So you get used to certain times of when you're tired and not tired, your guide and your team push you into certain situations away from certain situations as well. Everybody again does work in different ways, but you get to understand what your team's saying to you, push it away from one thing and push you towards another. So you just go with the flow as well, and that's what I'm saying about always going with your gut intuition.
Yeah. I always find that I get a sense of someone. So I either get like a if they're not very nice, like I'll get a horrible buzz, and I'll want to back away from someone, or if not, if I'm drawn to them in a good way, I normally get lots of light and happy feelings about them. It's normally a feeling rather than seeing it around them
Yeah,
at first.
it's like you get that ball of energy that's around that comes with them with the package of their aura and their energy. Uh, Again, you get used to using your gut intuition with what's going on, and it's like a pre-warning for us. There's a positive, there's a negative, and when you can understand what's going on and around you, that's when you get used to bringing them forward or keeping them at bay a little bit. But Jennifer's saying there that they just want to be heard is right, and what I found is now is where I'm up to at the present moment in time. There seems to be, say, a connection with a famous spirit, and they've got like famous spirit friends as well. So they're bringing them along, and there's like a queue. So if I have like one specific person coming in and around, they'll have 4 or 5 messages. So they'll come in 4 or 5 times before they'll let another one come in. So it can take a process of learning with what's going on, especially in development classes. So they might be around for 3 or 4 weeks, and then you'll just get used to working with them as well. So it's quite funny how things work sometimes as well with spirits.
Sometimes you get a house guest if you're going somewhere. I know sometimes I get a house guest, and I'll know they're there, and it's quite unsettling. And then all of a sudden, it all comes out, and then it's all flowing, and they're going where they need to go. So
Just reading that, Sophie. Yeah, I do remember. It is amazing gift as well. It gets a little bit confusing when you're starting off, though, Melissa, of what do they want, what they're trying to explain to you, what they're trying to point out to you, what the spirits and your team are trying to give you and help you understand as well. All right, so you froze again. Yeah, again with the gift, it's just about respect, full respect with spirit as well. There's always a time and a place with anything. Sharon says, Rodriguez, Ray, have you got anything for her?
I want to tell Sharon to slow down.
Okay. Something about new wallpaper as well, Sharon, or new decorative things as well. I'll leave it on for a while, Jennifer, the feed. And they show me acorn trees, which go back with you, Sharon, is little things are being sown in place now, but I'm seeing big acorn trees then. So things that you're putting into place now will materialize and grow into better things as well.
Yeah, with that, I want to say something's just happened. So something around you has just happened, and it's almost like they're telling you to put your first foot forward because that's always the hardest, but it gets better. But slow down.
Yeah. And is there sorry around, Sharon? Do you have to apologise or something to, as Lottie was saying that? I don't know whether when she was saying about the first step is always the hardest going forwards, but you'll be fine after that. Hello, Karen. I think with you at the minute, Karen, I don't know whether you feel like you're pushed into a corner or a situation. But it's like saying being brave with yourself, but being brave to move forwards again.
Karen, are you overthinking?
Okay, overthinking, Karen. So don't overanalyze. Hello, Scarlett Cox. Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. If it's mum as well that's watching online, hope you're all right. Emma.
I can't see anymore. I think mine's froze.
Is it?
I'm not sure.
Yeah. So, yeah, you're right.
Oh,
So I don't know whether it's Scarlett or Emma. If it's
Scarlet.
okay. You're back again, are you? It's mum. Hiya, I hope you're all right. How's hope things are settling down for you as well, Uh, yeah. Oh,
My pleasure, Sharon.
I missed that one.
So thank you both.
Slow down. Look.
Thank you both very much.
Oh, you're welcome. Oh, are you having more things again still with the wheat intolerance? Because I do know you were possibly intolerant, but I think that you're getting to the bottom of things a little bit more now, Emma, as well. And there's something stopped or been frozen at the path, so something's been put on hold for you, but I think that'll come shining through as well. So I don't know whether you've got development plans with something or an extension or a new car put into place, but something's on hold, but it will come around very quickly for you. Come from the heart and truth, yeah. Karen said, fabulous. Appreciate your
I
kindness
love
and
that
time.
word.
You're welcome. It's just nice to give as well. Thomas said hello to
Cool.
Sophie. Yes, yes, and yes. Brilliant. Love it, Emma. Uh, I also see you signing on the dotted line as well, Em. All right. So whether you're waiting to dot the I's and cross the T's, you'll be fine as well. And I don't know whether there's something around. They've just shown me a pinball machine, so it might be just things all over the place as well at the moment. But I feel like you do strike gold. All right. So you do it like the buttons are all going off as well at the minute on this bloody pinball machine as well. So it is all, when it goes into all these bonuses and everything. So I do see things. Just it's like a pinball machine. You're playing it quietly along, and then all of a sudden it just everything goes wild. But it's a good wild. It's a good. It's good connections with the things being hit at the right place at the right time for you. Then All right. Well, trying to think of the date. We're on about the 21st now, aren't we? It's August. So again, close to around the second week of September. I'd say the third week of September, about the 15th to 18th of September for you, Emma. Stomach seems better. Pinball machine, spot on. But everything, it's just waiting to boom for you, Em. But I just see all the lights and the bonuses and everything kicking in with everything. It's lit up magically is how I'm trying to describe it, but there's just no stopping it when it goes off around the 15th, 18th of September. Okay. Hi, Joe. Lottie, have you been looking at changing the colour of your front door or back door?
Living room.
Living room, that's okay. I'm seeing the door change colour. I don't think it was a move.
No, my mum.
Yeah.
My mum's door. My dad's just painted it.
Okay.
Painted it blue.
Sorry.
Peacock blue.
All right. I just thought I'd give you something that I was given.
Thanks.
Yeah. There's a letter coming as well, Pigeonhole. They showed me a pigeon, so the old way.
Do you know something even more strange?
Go on.
My mum and dad have got a pigeonhole and they haven't got a letterbox.
Love it. It's great. Can't buy it, can you?
No.
Has Dad got a P.O. box? Has Dad had a P.O. box, or have you had a P.O. box?
My dad's got the P.O. box.
Sorry. Oh, great. Love it. Right. Oh. Is anyone going into a new venture around the coffee shop or cafe, or is the things being planned to catch up in a coffee shop to discuss things? Is this you?
Is this with me?
Yeah.
Have
you got a meeting? You're arranging to meet in a coffee shop because I see things.
I have. I've got something to do with business, so that'll be good.
Well, that's all good because they're waiting there for you now, your spirits to. Again,
thank you very much, Mr. Fields.
Loads of positives around that meeting as well.
I'm looking forward to that now. I was pretty scared. Now I'm not.
No, and you'll see something in the window, so buy it for yourself because you've done well and you've worked hard.
Thank you. I'll do that. I've already seen what it is. Love a little reading myself, thank you.
You blushing there. It's great when you're in the zone, isn't it? This is what you call being in the zone. As the great Colin Fry said, when you sit in the power and you sit in the energy, there's just nothing like it. It's just an amazing feeling with the energies.
Sadly missed from Colin Fry.
Yeah, it's just amazing gentleman. Sharon's asked, is her husband around me, please? What you should do, Sharon, is just ask if there's anything for you. Don't give the medium anything. So obviously we get drawn to a male, even if it is a female around, it just puts thoughts into our head. So it's trying not to feed the medium. If there's anything comes in and around, we'll just get it. So if I put Lottie on the spot, if it was with husband, if you're saying in and around you, Sharon, I don't know if he suffered down below problems, lower stomach area. Just a yes and a no on that, so I know if I've got that person. I appreciate the whole world. If possible, he's brilliant, isn't he, our Gary? Cheers, Thomas.
He is brilliant.
Now I can only give what spirits give me. Do you know what I mean? Right.
There's something for Sharon.
Yeah, again, the stomach area, what that usually does with just a yes and a no, Sharon, that just gives us the link and the connection then. There's something that I feel that you've got to show me a bow and arrow, so you've got to aim for where you want to go now. It's like, but you're not pulling the bow and arrow back, you're not taking shot, you're not taking the target, you're not aiming for it. So I would feel like that's more drawn to focus with you at the moment, Sharon. In and around, go for your goals, go for your dreams, aim for it, reach high, but you've got to set your targets. All right, I'm going to give you that as what I've got, just because they've simply given me the bow and arrow, but the bow and arrow wasn't being pulled back on the string. And it's like, if you don't take your shot, you don't know. So you've got to go for what you're after now and aim for it, Sharon. And I'll leave it at that. Unless you've got anything to add on, Lottie.
I want to say that I just want to say the words to you that it's okay to let go.
Well done. So it's in and around of visions and things that we're being talked to.
It makes sense with what you were saying, yeah.
Yeah, of course they do.
Loved ones all around you.
Yeah, of course they do.
Always.
One of my nans is always around me, and she's always wears an apron and a penny, and I get the
Mine too.
I get the smell of the ammonia when she used to have the old rinse and all that as well. So it's quite funny sometimes.
Hi Tracy, I'm new.
Hi Tracy, Sharon. Hello Brent. Hope you're all right, young man. I'll leave this feed up for a few hours. You have a message, Tracy. If anything pops in, we'll see what we get. Oh, Tracy, seeing waves for you. Again, don't know whether it's a journey or you've been on a bit of a rough time and a rough period at the moment, situation going through, but I'll bring you some scales which will give you calmer waters and no ups and downs for 12 months. Let me try and work with my team to give you that nice, I always say, nice plateau ahead for the next 12 months. Let me try and calm things down for you. See where we're at. Will you ever feel well again? Send you some healing, Joe. See how we get on. My team will go naturally where it needs to be to send out healing as well.
Any messages? Any message for my hubby and mother-in-law?
I get in somebody's been quite arguing around you, Lisa, and a little bit of back and two, but things will settle quite quickly. I think there's a dispute up there with spirit, and I think one spirit one spirit would like one thing to materialize, where another spirit is putting input in and trying to sort out another situation to help that develop and sort out for you. But it's like there's no waiting with one of the two spirits. It's one's trying to do this quickly, but the other one's trying to take it at a slower pace. But it's two different things, and they're in loggerheads up in spirit of which way round it should be. So I'll give that for you at the moment.
What does it mean if you don't have a message for someone?
It just means there's no connection, there's no energy popped in. And I always try and say that if you think as a medium, our energies like here and spirits are up here, you just ask the spirit to pop down and blend and work with you like that and connect. So if there's nobody in and around you for your family, they might be to the side and not connecting and linking in. And think of cogs in a wheel. So sometimes it just needs to throw each other and blend in. So if you don't have a message, don't worry about it. Just ask your team, ask your energies to work with mediums in the light and just come in and work with us. Sometimes it takes a spirit energy time to work out what they need to do to blend with a medium. Sometimes an energy can be put off by the strength of light. So say if somebody was in a prison or somebody was a Jack the Lad type of thing, they might not come towards the light as quickly. They might stand back a little bit. So it takes time to blend and then to get used to the medium as well. So don't worry about not having a message. Yeah, try not to feed the medium, Trace.
Yeah. Don't tell us, let us tell you.
Yeah, if anything comes in, we'll give it you. All right. So it's been a good night. I've enjoyed myself. Nice catch up.
Yeah, always good.
Oh, I think my batteries, I'm on 5% battery now, so I will leave it there. Oh, mind you, I've got the charger. Never thought of that, Batman.
Does all your information come from spirit?
It works in both ways with my team give me information. I'd say I've got about 2 or 3 guides. I do have a lot of angel team in and around me as well. I have other spiritual animals will protect in different ways as well. So if, like I was in Newsham Park, I had a situation where I was working with 2 or 3 energies at once, but another energy tried to bombard in. My spiritual team jumped to the furthest away and kept them at bay while I was dealing with one situation. So again, your team, my team helped me with what's going on in and around certain areas on investigations, and spirits come in and around and communicate. And a lot of my energies come in through the back of the mind as well as the side. But again, the visions come in from the front of what the signs and the symbols that they're trying to give me. It can also be like a cine film when you start off. So you see like a bit of a cine film when you close your eyes, and then you've got to work out what they're trying to do. That's usually on in early days as well. So different parts of different developments as well. Your leprechaun is back. Love it. Love it. Rachel, amazing. I did ask the question last week, where's my little leprechaun? Eric is back, and things will change quite rapidly now. And he was helping another person out for the last 5, 6, 7 months, and he's been helping another person last week as well. So I made up with that. How long? How would you explain your scenario of how your team works, or does spirits just come in for yourself, Lottie? So we're just backtracking on that.
I use my guides. I work with angels, and I also pick up on, like, yeah, I'd say a lot of spirits give me a lot of information, but there's also I do work with otherworldly spirits, so they're not all human, but they are all nonetheless amazing in what they do give me. And sometimes, because the information does come through the front, but sometimes I have to put a halo around my head, so it's like a spirit mind, because sometimes I get thoughts that are not mine, so I like to put them there instead of in my head. But yeah,
It's it's just amazing how it works with different things. But when you're in that connection, it is amazing. So made up Eric's back. How are you doing, Rach? Yes, yes, Rach. Take that with abundance. It's I'm happy for whatever comes along and whatever comes in, but I just got to get on with whatever comes around. But it's certainly the right time and the right place. Tammy, don't feed the medium. Please, folks, don't feed the medium. Don't give us any information. It's not how we work. If anything comes in, we'll always give you that. Boss, Rachel. So, again, development class Thursday night. And certainly hope you've all got your working heads on for Thursday night as well. So, happy days. Just buzzing. Just love sitting in the energy. Okay, Tracy, that's more better. Just ask them to come in and around to you when you go to bed tonight. Ask for the person that you're after. Ask them to come in close. You feel hot or cold to either side, especially when you go to bed at night. Just relax and just ask them to give you a sign or a symbol. You might get feathers tomorrow or something as well. So
I was going to say, you need to ask for signs, but you need to just take a moment and do some breathing. So concentrate on your breathing, and then let whatever's in your mind out. You'll start getting images, and you'll start getting things. So you'll start finding feathers in places that weren't there, or pennies, or you need to do a little bit of self work before they can come in and show you what you've been asked in.
what I usually try and ask as well is people to visualize the thoughts of the day emptying out the head and the mind, and like going out your feet. And then once your mind's empty and clear, that's when you can start giving and receiving as well and understanding.
Yeah.
I could take that, Rach. Was that from my Saturday night feed? Loads of
I'm
white
also
feathers.
keep hearing the name Derek.
Say again, Lot.
I keep hearing the name Derek,
Derek.
and I don't get a lot of names.
Okay. Right, okay. See where we go with that, Rach. He might be waiting for Thursday night anyway. Rachel can take
Rachel,
Derek.
Derek. Okay.
This is just what it's like, Tracy, when a medium's comfortable, Lottie's very comfortable. It's just only giving what we're giving at that space and time at that moment. If you ask me if I could remember information that I've give tonight, it comes in, it goes out, and that hence the medium expression. It comes in, it goes out. So we're the middle person, and that's all it is. So unless I watch this again, I could not retain the information that I've give out because it flows in, it flows out, and that's the best way a medium works. That's what I find because it's pure as it is, comes in, goes out. Don't retain it. Remember certain things, specific things you can remain.
Derek from Saturday night, Dark 54 died.
Right, okay. I didn't get the name on Saturday night with a certain name, but can have a little check with the character and see what happens as well. So we'll catch up with that anyway, Rach. If there's anything to do with him being like tortured or passing blood up, I could take that. A bad neck. Your ears are burning since watching this. Yeah.
You know what? This here is so red. I've just been like, oh. I'm glad I'm not the only one.
Clear your mind, Melissa, and just ask spirit energies to give you some information or a vision. It can come to you in the sleep at night. It can come to you in when you're in a relaxed state. When a medium works, we have to be in a relaxed state as well, of as if you're nodding off at night and you're just relaxing. You're in between them, the energy of shutting off and opening up as well. So that's how it would work for you. But a medium has to just be in that zone and hover where the energies are coming in and filtering out, but we're not putting everything in here. So it's that really nice, relaxed state as well.
When it first starts, you're like thinking things, and you're thinking, "Why am I thinking that?
Don't,
Why would I be thinking about something I don't have nothing to do with?" But I have not got an explanation right now. But you do have to kind of flip it and know that it's not yours. Yes, Tracy, dog spirits do come through because my dog's just passed over and he's still with me now, which is beautiful. So
yeah, if you have a little read, Rachel, on the Ghost Seekers Wales synopsis of the report back on what we picked up on Saturday night, see if that links in. It is on my pages as well. So have a little look back at the report back from what we picked up on Saturday night, and then you'll see if that's linked in for you with the snap neck. So, right. Any more questions, anyone? Very interesting. Nice catch up as well.
been very good tonight.
Well, there always,
There's a lot of animals recently.
hopefully, Trace, that everybody is always collected in spirit. So there's always friends, family, and loved ones waiting there for them when they cross over as well. So there's always people there to support them. And again, remember what I said, it takes time to adjust. Some spirit energies can work out what's going on pretty much from that certain day of passing over and connecting back down onto this plane. And some spirit energies take a little bit more time, be it 1, 2, or 3 months. I always try and find it after 3, 4, 5, or 6 months, the better time period where it's given the person that wants a message to be received them time to take their emotions out of things. So it's not all too emotional for that person to receive a message. So the passing of the person 2 or 3 months in is usually about a better time to give a message for somebody that's lost a loved one quite quickly, because it can hit you too quick, too hard, and sometimes spirits will hold back and not give you too much of a message anyway, so it's not too daunting for you, or it's not too overpowering for you as well. So spirits are very clever. They work out of the right time and the right place, and I always say there is a right time and there's a right place for messages to come over.
There definitely is.
Well, you have to pull your finger out, Rachel.
Night, Melissa.
Get up to speed.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Melissa. Yeah, you get days like that, Joe, or nights like that. Right, I will sign off here, Lottie. I've got things to sort out. Great to catch up. If I get time to do a live feed, I'll try and catch up with you on Friday, possibly after 9 o'clock-ish, something like that, 8 or 9 o'clock, and we'll walk around, see what you get. If you can pop over them 30 East Drive pictures for me, that'll be fantastic.
I will do. I'll do it in a bit.
All right, so anyone that's been watching tonight, ask your team for the sign, ask your loved ones to give you the sign, see what comes across. And again, don't forget, Lottie's webpage is up and running there now, so give them again, Lottie. Come on, sell yourself.
It's Lottie Spirit Readings at it's lottiespiritreadings.co.uk.
There you go.
So yeah, pop on over there. It's being built at the moment, so
excellent. So that might take a few weeks to finalise and all that as well.
Yeah.
Right, okay. I'm going to sign off here. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for joining us, Lottie. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
That's all right. Catch up with you soon, folks. If I haven't got back to you on any of the questions, some of them filter through when we finished. I don't know why that happens, but I'll try and get back to you and inbox me if I've not caught up with you as well. So see you soon, folks. Night, Lottie.
Take care.
Night.